It's home construction like you've never seen before. An entire home built on a factory line, assembled on site in 2 short days.
It's more of a bachelor pad than a real home.
When your life is on hold,
It makes me feel trapped.
it can take months, even years, to start fresh. But not anymore. From factory to freeway
Crazy, guys. It's freaking crazy.
to foundation, you're about to meet the next generation of prefab
You
homes.
guys need to hustle up, okay?
And they aren't what you think they are.
Come on, Window!
Joey and Cindy want to start a family, but can't even consider it in this cramped attic apartment.
I would love to start a family, but this is definitely not the place for it. It's just not a great place for children. I would like to have a very big family.
I want a big family, but not as big as she's saying, I think.
We have 1 bedroom, barely any closet space. We just have no place to like move around or do anything.
While they pay off their student loans, they decided to move upstairs from Joey's parents.
Hey, you guys. It's more of a bachelor pad than a real home, in my opinion. It makes me feel trapped.
Joey's parents have gifted them a plot of land to build a family home on. But first, they'll have to get this eyesore out of the way.
The house was so run down, and it wasn't what we thought was like an ideal place to start a family.
I definitely believe that we need to start our own house in order to have the future that we want together.
Once this old house is demolished, a new prefab home for Joey and Cindy will be built in its place. And with dozens of prefab options in their area, they chose one that will build a house that feels like a traditional home, but at a quarter of the price. And over 3 times faster to build than a typical suburban house in Newton. So Joey and Cindy are going modular, and they're getting a custom home with tons of room for a family. And it can be ready in just 13 days. The first module will house the kitchen and living room, and the second will have the dining room, study, and 2-piece bathroom. The third module will have 2 bedrooms, a 4-piece bathroom, and another 2-piece bath. And the fourth will contain 2 more bedrooms and a loft. Once the house is set, a freestanding garage will be added that matches the exterior of the roof and porch.
Right here, what you see is the beginning of a modular house. We start with a modular floor system, and we have floor jigs that we build the floor systems in. As the floors are being built, we have the next stage, which is our wall systems, or our wall tables. This allows us to be able to lay the walls out, and it gives us the opportunity to be able to build short walls or long walls all in one section. This is where our actual production line starts. We're now ready to start moving down the assembly line.
And the next step of the build is to tape and plaster the entire house.
We're standing in one of the first floor boxes of Joey and Cindy's home. They've designed it so that there's lots of open space. It's open to a great big family room here that has a see-through fireplace.
Because the drywall is installed before the exterior of the house is finished, electricians run the wiring from the outside in, which makes installing all the wiring 10 times faster than with a site-built home. And only 10 days after this house went online, the finished trim work and coffered ceiling is installed. And the final step is to install the roof with a 1-ton hoist that lowers the roof section onto the home. And on day 13, Excel Homes is ready to deliver their new house. Meanwhile, 907 miles away in the Carolinas, Steve and Amy are also purchasing a prefab home. But the way their new house is built and will look will be totally different. And for Steve and Amy, this will be their special getaway home.
After 9/11, I started doing some soul searching, and I decided I wanted to serve and join the military.
Afghanistan really changed our life and him being gone, and in harm's way, we realized that their time together is really precious.
Love you.
See you tonight.
After Steve completed 2 tours in Afghanistan, they have a new perspective on what matters.
We're very grateful for what we have, that we're still an intact family after a lot we've been through.
Yes. When I grew up, my father brought us up into the woods and we went to cabins and we hunted and fished together. Since I was a little boy, I've always wanted a place for myself and my children. Just that time together, and laughing and talking, that to me was the most special thing.
And their timeline for this getaway property starts now. Steve and Amy are buying a factory-built log home. And the whole process will be much quicker than with a site-built log cabin.
So what would typically take a stick-built log home a year to a year and a half to complete, we're actually completing 85% of the home in the factory in a matter of 2.5 weeks.
Steve and Amy's log cabin is fabricated in 2 modules. The first houses the living room, master bedroom, and 2 bathrooms. The second contains 2 additional bedrooms and the kitchen. Once the 2 units are set and the roof is installed, the cabin will also have a rec room and a loft.
One of the unique characteristics with log homes is that they all are different. There's never the same log home that's ever been produced. We're the only company in the world who actually use solid logs in their construction process within the modular business.
Which means Blue Ridge builds their cabins with traditional tools.
Every inch of this house from the inside to outside is going to be sanded.
Once the outside shell of each module has been assembled and sanded, the interior finishes are installed in the next station. And in the roof station, the entire ceiling is insulated before the roof peaks are installed, and the exterior is shingled. And in only a couple of weeks, the cabin is ready to hit the road. Back in Newton.
I'm so excited. I can't believe that this is finally happening.
Joey and Cindy are wiping the slate clean. As the old house is demolished to make way for their new prefab that is scheduled to arrive soon.
We're waiting for that chimney to come down because that's like the best part.
Which one of these houses is an actual modular home, built in 3 weeks at a cost of $300,000 and built to withstand hurricane-force winds? Of these 3 houses, which one is a modular home built in 3 weeks, constructed to withstand hurricane-force winds, and at a price of $300,000? House B is a modular home, built in just 18 days. This home cuts the building time of a traditional home by 5 months and comes at a cost of just $300,000. It is 7 a.m. in Newton. Just 5 days after the old house was taken down, Joey and Cindy's new home is being prepped for transport. And the site crew has to get the foundation in place, so they are ready for its delivery.
We started to put up all our form boards. We're going to start to pour this foundation as soon as possible.
And a cold front is putting the pressure on the foundation crew.
We've got to get this poured in the next 2 hours. I got 4 loads of concrete coming with 4 different trucks. If there's any problem with one of the trucks, I'm screwed.
Building a foundation with form boards costs the same as a traditional build, but unlike a traditional build, what they can't afford is an extra day of drying time.
If for some reason the temperature dips too low, it might slow down the curing process and we might have to be delayed with the set of the house.
9 states away in North Carolina, ground is breaking on Steve and Amy's log cabin.
We pulled up to the job site this morning to get started for this build. We've got to dig our footers and get those poured, and then we'll be laying block here real soon.
But before the crew can build the foundation, they will have to move 15 tons of earth to excavate the perimeter where the new log cabin will sit. The foundation is built using cinder blocks that are held in place with mortar and costs $11 per square foot to build, roughly the same cost as building a traditional home. Once the walls of the foundation are in place, the slab for the basement floor is poured, and this foundation will take 48 full hours to cure before the new cabin can be set on top. It's 8 a.m. in Campobello, and the first 2 trucks that will carry Steve and Amy's cabin hit the road. The remote countryside of the Carolinas make it the perfect place for a cabin in the woods. The problem is getting it there.
Yeah, it's just gonna take a while. Yeah, from the time we get turned in on Guerin Creek and get to this turn and into here, it's gonna take us a little while.
Moving a 40-ton cabin down the freeway is one thing, but these modules have to make it up a twisting gravel road with hairpin turns and washed out sections where the edges could give way.
Got a big hole right here, guys. It's gonna be a little shaky.
With only inches to spare on either side,
If that dirt starts giving way, yell loud.
the slightest mistake would literally put the cabin in the woods.
Oh, Junior, loosen up. Come on, boss, pay attention to what you're doing.
Got it, Bill?
That's pretty close.
Break it down, turn that cable around.
Pull it in, guys. Pull the bottom in. Pull the bottom in.
Oh my God.
In North Carolina, Steve and Amy's cabin is hung up on the tight and winding road that leads to the job site. If the modules can't get past this point, the convoy will have to turn back, and Steve and Amy's getaway cabin will be gone for good.
Wade will match it down and climb up on it right there.
Take it real slow and easy. Okay. We're gonna be running about 11 feet wide, and we got about a maximum of 12 feet to work with before that hole starts. I'm relieved. That's the biggest box, weighs the most, so I feel comfortable now, real comfortable. We got our path. We got our path.
Back in Newton, Massachusetts, the foundation for Joey and Cindy's home has finally cured. All 124,000 pounds of Joey and Cindy's family home hits the road. And the 8-hour journey from Liverpool, Pennsylvania to Newton, Massachusetts will take their home through 4 states on the narrowest section of freeway on the East Coast. Finally, after a grueling journey hauling multi-ton loads through 4 states, the convoy has arrived.
I cannot believe that we're actually staring at the parts of our house that's just gonna come together.
Now the challenge is getting the crane set up in the right place to pick up each 34,000-pound module.
So the biggest thing we have to look out for on this lot especially is we have power lines on one side of them. We have a steel crane. We want to stay away from that as much as possible.
Oh, it still's under it.
That's pretty close.
Break it down, turn that cable around.
Pull it in, guys. Pull the bottom in. Pull the bottom in.
And the first module has to line up within a 1/16 of an inch of its mark.
If you don't get this first one correct, then the other ones will just be off even more when you get to the other ones. We'll set the second box, get them come along. Then when we set that third box, we may have to tweak that one as well.
With the first box in place, the second module, which contains the kitchen and living room, is ready to be set.
Oh my God.
And this is the most critical box of the entire process.
This has to be right. Everything we do on this box, everything's going to get magnitude. It sets up from your foundation to your first floor. Everything goes up from there. You're off a little bit on the bottom. You're off a lot more on the top. So we want to get these perfect.
No?
To join the 2 modules, the crew uses a ratchet tool called a come-along, which marries the 2 boxes together. But the seams are not lining up.
Where these come together, there's a slight difference. We have to jack them, make them even, and then we'll have to rack it this way a 1/4 inch because the ends are off a 1/4.
And until they do, the second floor cannot be installed, grinding this site to a halt. Back in the Carolinas, the first unit of Steve and Amy's sanctuary is on site. Now, the crew has to make up for lost time.
Pull it up.
And this 70-ton crane holds the key. Weighing 38,000 pounds, the first module has to be lifted and lowered into place without damaging the finished interior. It's a nail-biting process. Back in Newton,
We're going to do the second floor. Same thing, same process. We're going to do the back box first, the front box. Once those are on, everything's leveled on that. Looking good?
unbelievable.
They're also so accurate.
But now, a major weather system is moving up the coast and threatens to derail the entire house set.
It's not going to be good. Big storm coming in. We need to get this roof on. A lot of rain coming in, to say the least.
All right, guys, get that roof on.
Worst thing that could ever happen on any of our houses is weather related. If those roofs are open, you have finished drywall, you have cabinets that are installed, you have countertops, you have moldings that are already done. If we start bringing the climate into the modules, it's not a good thing.
While the foreman tracks the storm, the crew races to get the roof erected before the rain arrives.
Right there's pretty good.
So the way the roofs are constructed is they actually sit down on the second floor modules. And because of that, when we do our first flip, basically the crane's gonna take it up, and then those are put together, and that's where your ridge is gonna meet.
Well, I had no idea the roof was gonna go up like this at all.
I didn't think they were gonna be able to do it all today. There was just so much stuff already done.
Let's go in.
Oh my God, we're here.
This is it.
Look at our fireplace.
TV.
Oh yeah, of course, that's all you care about. Oh, I wanna go to the kitchen. This is where our cooktop's gonna be.
Cooktop, yeah. And our nook.
Kitchen table's gonna be right here.
Yeah.
I can't believe this is all here, and this morning there was nothing here. Let's go in the master bedroom. This was the size of our living room.
There's our whole apartment right here.
Babe, finally,
Perfect.
there's gonna be 2 sinks here.
Wow, look at the shower.
Oh, this
What
is
we picked
great.
out.
Look at this, we went from sharing a closet to a house with 5 closets.
Yeah.
Our life literally just changed in a matter of 4 hours.
Yeah.
2 more clicks and you're there. Beautiful.
I can't believe we're here. It's like a dream.
Life has been pretty amazing. We are unbelievably happy right now.
In the Carolinas, finally, the first module is on the foundation. But with valuable time lost, the crew is still under the gun to get the second unit onto the foundation before dark.
Let's go, come on. Burning daylight.
And setting this module will be even harder than the first.
Because of the reach of where he's sitting, it's going to be very difficult. I never dreamed it would be this tight.
Come on, wind. Oh.
We're going to have to bring this thing down as close to the foundation as we can and just walk it over an inch at a time to get it in place.
Tell him to tighten up over there. You got somebody? Hold that. Hey. You good?
2 more clicks and you're there. Beautiful.
That's a set.
This is actually bigger than I thought it was going to be. This is the mudroom.
Look at this.
Oh my gosh.
This is awesome.
That's where I'm going to be cooking Christmas dinner, hopefully
Oh,
this year.
yes, first Christmas. This is extraordinary.
We were standing here with just a floor.
Yes.
Literally, you did a cartwheel across this 2 weeks ago.
This is it. Today, it's been a transformation. Something that we've been thinking about and planning as a family finally has come to fruition. It's right behind us.
Hey guys, welcome back. Check out our new place. We're finally moved in. It's been just a couple weeks, so come on, check it out.
I can't believe it. It's still kind of like unreal for us.
After more than 400 miles and 13 days, Joey and Cindy finally have their dream home.
Life has been pretty amazing. We are unbelievably happy right now. You have no idea.
A modular home to rival any traditional build. A 3,500 square foot home at a final cost of $450,000. In the end, after just 6 full weeks from factory to freeway to foundation, Joey and Cindy finally have their family home.
I feel like this is the first step of like growing up and having our own place. And now from here, we can just really focus on the wedding. And then after that, we can start thinking about our family. Oh, we're gonna have little additions one day.
You got the spot for it. You have a big wall to cover.
I can't believe we're here. It's like a dream.
It was a short haul from Campobello to the Smoky Mountains on a road that almost turned their dream home into a nightmare. But now, Steve and Amy finally have their modular mountain retreat.
We feel awesome since getting into the cabin.
Yeah, I can't believe it's actually happened.
A 1,700 square foot log home that is totally unique.
My favorite thing up here is just being here. My deployment especially taught me the things we take for granted, and this cabin is all about putting things back into focus.
And in just 4 weeks' time, this family has their sanctuary where they can build a lifetime of memories.